Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my World of Outlaws 23 career mode, where today we're going to be headed to Sterling County Speedway in the Midgets and Fairbury Speedway in the Street Stock. Stopping in the Midgets here first. See, we have a bit of an updated scheme. Kept the flames as that is our sponsor, but we added some white to the front. And a different color of red. We're going to hire a driver here to go ahead and race for us. She finishes 20th, reach our goal. And now we have an opportunity to sign a new contract. The next episode, they're headed to Lima Land. We're going to go with that same contract. And I'll cut you guys over on the street stocks. Okay, loaded in here now on the street stocks. They're headed to Fairbury. Let's go ahead and hire a driver. I'm going to hire the same one that makes us the most money. She finishes 27th, just outside of where we needed her to finish. But some moderate driving. We have a new sponsor goal that we can pick up. We're going to go with a top 25 for one race at Prairie View next episode. And I'll cut back to you guys on the regional play for the midgets. Okay, loaded in here now for the regional midget race. They're going to be racing at Kokomo Speedway, our home race. Let's go ahead and load in there, and I'll cut back to you guys once we are there. Okay, loaded in here at Kokomo. Let's hop into practice where our goal time is 11.826. And our record lap here is an 11.051. And we were just here recently. Maybe it was last episode. We'll get into that tire a bit. But be it our goal time there. And what we struggled with last time out here was washing out into the outside wall on the corner exit. Another faster lap. And each lap is getting a bit faster. We need to get a better line in that first corner. With a really fast lap there. Oh, and we'll get into the tire on the lap to follow. Ramping up into the wall. We're going to go around. Okay. I tried to save it. I really did. We're going to cross line for an 18.695 there. And we're not going to be able to run any faster in practice as we have engine and radiator damage. We're going to run a couple laps here with damage. Honestly, I think we can hit those lines that we want to. We just have to start turning in a bit earlier. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Set a pretty decent lap there of 11.37 or 397. Just need to be a bit more risky with turning in earlier. There was a great first corner. But to follow was a subpar second corner. And I'll wash out into the wall there on corner exit, which maybe added a 10th. we're going to hit the tire again and go over here and practice. Oh, as we almost collect him. Just going to come through to finish this lap. And that's where we'll end practice with the fastest lap of an 11.194. And the slowest lap of a 20.311. Now we'll head into qualifying here. They go over an 11.711. Okay. We almost just sent it straight into that tire. And we'll do it there on our outlap. Taking a ton of radiator, engine, and front end damage. Luckily, we just practiced how to race with this. And we'll set a faster, or we'll beat our qualifying goal. And we're going to see if we can come through and beat it this time by. We get as close to that tire as possible. And we will. We'll improve to 22nd with an 11.540. Best qualifying lap starting to Heat 2, or advancing to Heat 2 starting in 6th position. Let's see what we can do here from the heat. The green flag is out. We're going to try and make a move here on Reynolds in the first corner. We'll make up to 4th. Three laps to go here. Two more laps remaining. We're going to move up to 3rd position. The really fast hot rod here, as Clint Boyer would say. Last lap has started. We're sitting in 3rd position. We're not going to have a shot on Persley. But we'll come through with the pristine race scrap to finish 3rd, which will put us starting in 10th position. Now loaded in here for the A main. Pretty exciting, starting up near the front on the outside lane. That could be helpful with trying to avoid some early issues. So we're going to hop into the A main here. Starting back in 10th, like I said. We're actually going to be able to jump down to the bottom lane here and have the scary line into the first corner. We're going to make contact, get clear up into 7th, up to the rear of Persley. Oh, it was a caution will fly on lap 2. We are up into P7 with that natural inside lane. Honestly, I like starting on the outside if I'm able to jump down and take that position. But Persley will not challenge to the outside here, but we'll wash up and Barnhill will get it. And he'll get into our rear, which kind of sent us up into the wall on the exit of the corner. Now we'll put him in the wall, but we're lifted up on 2 tires. Now running here in 5th position. Eyes looking forward onto Taylor. We'll make the move. Now 14 laps to go. We're making a move on Miller. We're going to wall over him. Ramp out into the outside wall. Flipping. Collected. We'll drop down to 8th position before the caution flies. Second one of the day. Here I was able to cut down back behind Persley again. And there's a quick look at the damage spread. That isn't honestly that bad for the amount of, well, different places that got contact from that flip. We're back into P5. And another caution will fly. So we're up into P5. And I like these cautions if we're running up close. That can regroup us, but as long as we don't end up paying the price after it once again. We're going to leave the bottom open here for Mitchell to get it back. And then we assist Taylor with getting 4th, now 5th. We'll go down on Taylor here. We're going to wash up into him, walling him. And he's going to take the bottom back from us and bring him with him Timms. We'll drop down to P7, but get back up into P5 through this corner, get clear. We'll wash sideways. He got a random boost of speed. We're going to go into Timms. Turning Timms now into Persley. We drop down to P8. We'll drop down to P10 now. And we know we're faster than these guys. We'll just go drive right by them. We had a podium car with 5 laps to go. Unless a caution comes out, we're not going to be able to work our way back up there. And we were almost the caution there, as I had to get straight halfway through the corner to not hit that tire. 4 laps now. As we're slowly starting to cut down on Timms. Oh, 2 more laps remaining here. And the leader coming around to take the white flag. It is looking extremely unlikely that we'll have any sort of drama, as we've just taken the white flag. We're going to come through to finish P7 behind Timms. Which honestly is not a result to scoff at. We know we had a podium car. But sometimes having a podium car and selling for P7 is fine. We didn't finish way back here. We should have looked at the replay of that incident. We finished in front of all of our rivals that are racing up here. And we were racing with Mitchell and Reinbold for that position, and taking a couple looks at Miller at one point. So we'll head back here to the main menu, and I'll cut back to you guys once we are there. Okay, loaded back here on the main menu, where we once again finished 7th in Kokomo. We're up to 32,500 fans. And we have a new message from the Outlaws.
Hey, that was a great race there, and look forward to seeing more out of you.
There was Ethan Mitchell. Next episode, we're going to be headed to Elm Creek Raceway. So we'll go here, upgrade our parts. We'll take a quick gander, as that's going to be $86,000 to upgrade the engine level. So we might hold off on that, and I'll cut it, guys, once we're loaded up on street stocks. Okay, loaded now on the street stocks. We're going to be headed to I-84, Interstate 84 Raceway. And let's go ahead here, as the next upgrade for this is going to be $47,000. Well, let's go ahead and upgrade this, which is only $26,000. Should be able to do this and maybe fully upgrade it. We will be able to fully upgrade it. And the next thing we're going to do is this, and then we're going to save up for the 86,000 midget upgrade. Let's load in here to I-84, and I'll get back to you guys once we're there. Okay, loaded in here on I-84. Our goal time is a 26.787. We haven't raced here before. This is a 3/4 of a mile track, so a lot longer of one, hence the long lap time. Here we're about to take the green flag for our first lap at speed here. That isn't going to be great as we got down onto the banking. And yeah, I think a bit of a higher lane here might work for us. So it says high lane here is single groove. We go out there and beat our goal time in our first lap, as we're on some pretty clean track here. Closest car being like 4, 5, 6 seconds in front of us. And the closest car behind us being double that. Set an even faster second lap, as we'll wash high here into the first corner. We are running a new scheme here, in case you couldn't tell, as we'll tag the wall there with our right rear. Do not take any cosmetic damage, or any actual damage. We'll set a pretty slow lap there, as a 27.172. As getting into those entrance to the corners is a bit rough. Our car wants to drift through it. We're going to go with a bit of a higher lane here. It's okay if our car sort of wants to drift through it. We just cannot get down there off the banking onto the apron. That's what I meant to say earlier. Couldn't think of the name for it. And we'll do the same thing we've been doing these past couple laps. Get a bit more sideways there on the exit. Come through and clock at 26.8. Back down to the 26s, at least. We've made up time on this car in front of us. We'll set a new fast lap there for 26.4. So, kind of surprising show of speed here as we've gotten up to the rear of this guy. We're going to go low on him. Instead of 26.371, if we didn't have to make that pass, that could have been closer to flat out 26. Maybe into the 25s. This is going to be an awful lap. You're going to be in the 27s. We're still a bit loose on our rocker after making that pass on the front stretch last time by. Yeah, mid 27s like I've said. But running this mid lane is I think what we need to do. Run a bit higher here. Sort of on accident. I was trying to run just a tad higher. Definitely I ran a bit too far high. It's still 26.5. It's about where I think our goal time for qualifying is going to be. what our goal is 30th or 25th. It's not a great show, but we know that we can make passes on a front straight too. It's a bit of a rarity in these cars. It's a lot easier to make passes in corners, for sure. This first corner, I feel a lot more comfortable running it low. Then it just ends up messing up our corner exit. Here we're going to come through to set a 26.5 for our second to last lap of practice. This is going to be our final one. And it is going to be... So we're coming through the final corners now. We're going to wash high. Because there's a surprising amount of grip there on the very top of the track. Come through it and set a 26.599. Okay, there we start get some burnout in it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All the damage is centralized to the engine in that area. But our fast lap to the 26.371. We made that pass on the front stretch. Let's hop into qualifying here, where our goal position is 20th with a 26.494. So we're going to get it set up here, closer to the top of the track. And definitely go a bit wide here through that first turn. There's as many obstacles. There is the walls, which we will tag, I'm sure, during the race. As if we only tag a wall. We're going to fully slam into that a couple times. But see if we can get a decent qualifying position. Here as we're coming through to set our first lap of qualifying, where it's going to be a 26.423. That is at least P20. We're going to see if we can improve it here on our second lap. It isn't looking very promising as of now. And there we go. We have our first encounter washing out into the wall. And we'll qualify P19 with a 24.423. We'll advance to Heat 3 starting in 5th. And top 5 do advance here to the A main, and we'll see what we can do in a bit of traffic. Wright and Young both in our heat race. We're going to lose some track position here off the bat. And actually those front cars are starting to get away from us. 4 laps here in the heat. We're going to get sent sideways, giving Young a bit of track position on us. Want to get that to start P19. 3 laps left here. And the leader is already making a bit of a gap there. So we're catching up to Young here. And we may be looking to pass him on the back straight away. We just need a good first corner here. And we do. And maybe the turn's more likely going to be into that first, or into that final corner, or maybe on the front straightaway. We're going to dip low, almost spin ourselves out. We're going to collect it, keep it out of the wall, but give Young some space. It's going to have to be coming through that front straightaway where we made that pass in practice. As the leaders come through to finish the race. And Young is going to get too big of a gap. We're going to be headed to the B main starting in 3rd. So we finish in 6th in the heat. Starting in 3rd in the B main. Really rough start to that one. Really set us in the wrong direction for the race. For the heat race. Now here for the B main, starting in 3rd position. And starting on the inside lane here is not my favorite, as we're trying to keep it out of the cars around us. But we know all these front runners up here are around our same pace. Now to the back of Jackson. We'll get really loose there. Now we're going to wash up track into him. We're going to hit the wall. Once, twice, riding the wall. We're going to spin, slide down in the pack, and we're going to go around here. Yeah. No, we save it. We drop down to P7, P8, P9, P10. No, not P10. Now P10. And now with 6 laps left, we're not going to be able to climb back into the top 10 without a caution. Or top 5 without a caution, I should say. Most likely. Maybe as we are faster than these cars around us. And we're running a lane that we're not fastest on. We're having to do something different than these cars in front of us. So move up into P8, into the corner. Get back into Williams. As he is slow in front of us, it's hard to maneuver around him. We'll get into his rear there, which will sort of move him out of our way. Move up into P7. 4 laps remaining. Sitting right behind Brown, who's in P6. No cautions yet in either event. We'll slide there. We'll make the move back up into P5. So right now we'd be starting 25th. And we know we have a lot faster of a car. But the question is just, are we going to be able to catch up in front of us to Reynolds? And we've sort of lured him back in. But 2 laps to go at the line, it's looking unlikely. Almost as unlikely as seeing a caution here. Especially after our great midget performance, we were hoping to do a lot better here. So we're going to get into the back of Reynolds and push him through the final corner to start the white flag lap. We're going to pass him on the corner exit, moving up into P4. Charging from mid-pack in this one and getting back up to P4 to finish the B main in 4th, starting in 24th position in the A main. Check the replay of the incident. There wasn't anything like noteworthy. It was just a lack of skill on my part, trying to pass a car on the low side into the corner. Now here headed to the A main. Starting back here in 24th position. We'll at least get the outside lane in that first turn, which is kind of where we want to be. We're going to lose that position to Reynolds, and we're going to accidentally cut down to the inside. We're going to move Reynolds out of our way. So we're going to wash up into Robinson. It's a 15-lap race here around this 3/4 of a mile track. We're going to move low on Jackson on the corner exit and keep it low on Erickson and Brooks to move up to P20. Now setting up low on Diaz. And we're up to our rival of Bobby Young, who started in P19. And we'll get past him up into 18th position. Now trying to catch up to the rear Barnes. He's driving wide. We're going to split it here. We're actually going to lift Barnes up, which makes us go wide in the corner. Oh, but Richard's slow through the corner. We're going to door check him there and go back and hit him again. If we can keep our lane without getting really loose, we're going to make the position up into P17. Now looking to set up on Barnes to get up into 16th. And through the corner, we're going to lift him up high again, put him into the wall, slide down low. He's going to get us on the corner exit, side by side with him now. We'll slide high through the corner, trying to make something happen. We got too loose and had to correct it. 8 laps remain in this one. And top 15 performance might be in question once we can get past Barnes. Passing here is rough. In these cars it's rough in general, but specifically at this track. We're going to have to pass Barnes on the straightaway, most likely. We'll get it done here through the corner, maybe. And on corner exit, we're going to have the high lane and get it into the 3 and 4. Keeping our foot on the throttle. Barnes is going to hold on to P16. 5 laps remain. So we're going to try and hold it high here. And we'll get physical with Barnes. Now holding it around his outside. Contact in the middle of the corner. That sends us out wide. Barnes is going to hold on to the position. And in that first turn is going to be where we're going to be able to make our next move. We'll wash out into the wall there. 3 laps remain. We're going to wash up to Barnes mid-corner and get past him. Finally up into P16, but too little time to make it back up to 15th. Putting our heart on the line for a P16 finish. But we passed him semi-clean. It got to a point where I was just roughing him up. He was roughing me up the whole time too. Here we start the final lap of the race. Half a second gap behind us to Barnes. We'll wash it to the outside wall there. We'll lose a 10th. But here, coming through the final corners, we just aim to keep it clean, coming to the line. We will. Barnes is not going to have a chance. We're going to come through and finish P16 in the A main. Our battle with Barnes was legendary here. So we finished P16 in the race. And we are 17th in the season standings. So we'll head back to the main menu here. I'll cut back to you guys once we are there. We had some harsh driving in that one, which took a bit of damage. Next episode, we're going to be headed to a track that we're familiar with Lima Land. Let's go ahead and repair our parts. And thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and come back next episode for Lima Land and for Elm Creek. Thank you all and goodbye.